This is a question about rearranging formulas.
Pause the video now, have a go at the question and press play when you're ready for the solution.
Right, so this is a question about rearranging formulas, and there's three different types of formulas that we're going to rearrange. This is the first one. What makes this one tricky is that we've got x appearing twice on the right hand side, and we want to make x the subject. So when this happens, there's a fairly standard method for doing these. This is what you do. We're going to multiply both sides by 3 plus 2x. And then we're going to multiply out the bracket on the left hand side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange it so that all the terms that have x in are on the left hand side, and all the terms without x are on the right hand side. Now, because we want x to just appear once, the way to do that is to factorize this and take x outside of the bracket. So you can see now, x only appears once. And to finish it off, we just divide both sides by 2y plus 1. And that's it. The second one is a little bit easier than the first one, but people still make mistakes on it because they see that x has been divided by k and they decide to multiply through by k, and often what they'll do is they'll just multiply the a by k. So they'll write something like that. Now, you can't do that. If you're going to multiply through by k, everything's going to be multiplied by k. So I mean, you could end up with this, and then you would add pk to both sides. So and you've made x the subject. That's fine. I mean, you could at that stage factorize it. But I think that would be a slightly unusual way of doing it. A simpler way would be to deal with the p first. So if we add p to both sides first, we end up with that. And now if we multiply both sides by k to get rid of the k on the fraction, then that would be k times a plus p equals x. And we've made x the subject. Now, don't worry about the fact that x is on the right hand side. Because it's on its own, it's still the subject. Probably to tidy it up at the end though, you would change it around. Not because it's any better or any more correct, just because it's a little bit of a tidier way of writing it. And that's the second one. Right, this is the last one. And what makes this one a bit tricky is the fact that x is squared. Also, the 4x squared is subtracted from 6. If it was added, it would be easier. But this is what we've been given. So, what you could do, you might not like the fact that it's minus 4x squared. You might not like the fact that the x squared is on the right hand side. So you can get rid of both of those problems straight away by adding 4x squared to both sides. So if I do that, then I want to deal with the n, so I'll subtract n from both sides. And the 4, divide both sides by 4. But we can't leave it like that because we want to make x the subject, which means x has got to be on its own. not x squared. If you stop there, you haven't quite finished it. So to turn x squared into x, we need to square root. So we square root both sides. But because the square root symbol just means the positive square root, we need to put a plus or minus symbol in front of it. Because basically what we've done here, isn't it, is we've solved a quadratic equation. The rearrangement is essentially just solving this quadratic equation, giving you solutions in terms of n. Anyway, that's the correct rearrangement for this one.